3 Americans remain in custody in Iran after wandering across the Iraq border into Iran. They were hiking in a region the State Department has long warned is perilous, recommending against all but essential travel, saying Iraq remains dangerous and unpredictable. Tonight, those 3 Americans are getting a painful lesson in just how unpredictable. They are being held somewhere in Iran, and tonight efforts to get any kind of word from Iranian authorities are not going well. Here's our senior foreign correspondent, Jim Sciutto.
These are the 3 Americans who are now prisoners in Iran. Shane Bauer from Minnesota, based in the Middle East as a freelance journalist. Sarah Shord from California, also based in the Mideast as a writer and teacher. And Joshua Fato, an environmental worker in Oregon. They left this hotel in the northern Iraqi city of Sulaymaniyah on Thursday, hiking in the mountains along the Iran-Iraq border, until a 4th American who stayed behind, Sean McFessel, an English teacher from Seattle, received a cell phone call from them saying, "We're surrounded." McFessel is now at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad.
I'm very, very happy to hear that, and I'm very worried about his friends.
For their families, it's been a bewildering 2 days since their arrest. Currently, we're only concerned about the well-being of Joshua and the 2 other people, Fatal's father wrote in a statement to ABC News. We hope they come home as soon as possible. State Department officials say the Americans were in Iraq as tourists and accidentally strayed into Iranian territory. Iranian state television is hinting at something worse. They say the Americans ignored warnings from guards to stay away from the border. And their detention comes at a time when the Iranian government is accusing the U.S. of fomenting unrest in Iran, instigating the protests that followed its disputed June presidential election. Earlier this year, American journalist Roxana Saberi was detained in Iran as well, accused of spying and jailed.
I think there's a decent chance that Iran will portray these 3 as spies, and it will leave it up to the United States or to these 3 individuals to prove their innocence.
Their detention is drawing some comparisons to the 2 American journalists captured by North Korea earlier this year after straying across the border from China. They were later tried as spies. The earliest signs from Tehran are not encouraging. Swiss diplomats who represent U.S. interests in Iran were supposed to meet with the Iranian Foreign Ministry today about the Americans, but that meeting was postponed, David, possibly until tomorrow.
And Jim, we know you recently spent a significant amount of time in Iran covering those protests. Any guess from what you saw how Iranian authorities will handle these Americans?
Well, when Iran has held Americans in the past, they haven't been abused, but they have at times been held for a length of time, months, possibly longer. Looking at the tense relations between the 2 countries right now, it's not unreasonable to expect that Iran may look at them, David, possibly as bargaining chips.
All right, certainly more to come this week. Jim Sciutto tonight, thank you.